The Captain's Log Radio with your host, Captain Jonathan Moss.
Hey, welcome to the Captain's Log Radio. I'm Captain Jonathan Moss, and this is huge. This is incredible. Did you see the announcement? Did you see what they're doing for red snapper? The dates have been announced for the 2025 red snapper season in the Gulf. Haven't heard about the Atlantic side yet, but check this out. Before we get into it, listen, this is such a big deal. My wife, I was on a charter and I was running a trip and my wife texted me. She goes, "Hey, did you see the announcement?" I was like, "I'm fishing. I have no idea what you're talking about." She's like, "They just announced the red snapper season for 2025 in the Gulf and it's huge. Let's check it out." Okay. I'm going to read to you the publication that I read. And this is what it says today. This is 3 days ago. Today, Florida Governor DeSantis, Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis, that's better, and my FWC Executive Director Roger Young announced the opening of the 2025 Gulf Red Snapper season in the Gulf of America. America, I love that. The summer season runs 3 days, May 24th, the 25th, the 26th. But that's not it. It takes a little bit of break. It kicks back off June 1st to July 31st. And then again, September 1st through the 14th. And then the fall season will run every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday through the rest of the year, including Thanksgiving and Christmas. So you have a 126-day season, which is the longest recreational season since the state took over. That's the key. The state is managing the red snapper fishery in the Gulf, whereas on the Atlantic side, it's being run at a national level by the National Marine Fisheries Services. So think about that. You got the national side saying we don't have enough fish, and then you got the state going, "Bro, we got so many fish, we're going to do the longest season in history." You know, I did that episode with Captain Chris Schultz out of Mayport up in Jacksonville, and we were targeting red snapper, and they were so thick, okay? And I don't mean just big fish. They were gigantic fish. There were so many of them, and they were so voracious. They were so crazy. They were so aggressive that we were able to lift them up in 100 feet of water from the bottom all the way to the surface and literally hand feed these fish, okay? Sight casting like a red snapper on fly in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Like, that's how many they are. And that's the same report I'm getting from so many captains and anglers on the Atlantic side. Okay. My wife's like, "Hey, you can't go fishing for them on the Atlantic side. You should start guiding over in the Gulf side and see if you can catch a bunch of them there," because 126-day season. That's the difference between state management and national management. What I need to do is I need to have Captain Travis Thompson back on. We need to talk more about this because that dude knows all the ins and outs between the state and the national side, and that'd be a very informative educational conversation. So I need to get that set up. But if you are into red snapper fishing, you've got the opportunity this year in the Gulf of America 126-day season. There are captains all up and down the coast. From I know guys that are focused on snapper in Alabama and Louisiana, all through the Panhandle, around the Big Bend, guys run offshore out of Tampa. There's so many opportunities for you to get out and catch some of these incredible fish and help with the management. This is part of management, you know? You don't hear that side very often. Part of management is keeping fish. Now, I'm not saying go fishing for your limits every single time. Maybe you limit your limits, right? Catch a few, bring enough home for dinner, feed your family. But this is the time to take advantage of getting out there in the Gulf and catching those beautiful, delicious, hard-fighting, massive Gulf red snapper. So let's do it. Let's go fishing. I know I'm going to set up a couple trips. That's going to be a lot of fun. But man, that's incredible news. Incredible news. 126-day season in the Gulf. Let's get out there and do some fishing, y'all. Y'all be good. You're going to need the big rods for these fish. Come on. We'll have to do a podcast or a radio show on that specific target, how to fish for red snapper. We'll do that soon. Y'all be good. It's Captain Jonathan Moss, Captain's Log Radio. Let's connect on social media at the Captain's Log TV, on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Y'all be good. We'll talk soon. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Captain's Log Radio with your host, Captain Jonathan Moss.